The air in the small room was thick with the scent of jasmine and something heavy, final. Aduni, just 10, sat beside her mother's bed, clutching her frail hand. Funke's eyes, once bright, now clouded, found Aduni's and held on. "My little star," Funke whispered. "Never forget you are made of starlight and resilience." Aduni nodded, tears trapped behind her eyes. Her mother's weak hand squeezed hers, a final transfer of love and courage. The jasmine from the window poured into the room, marking the moment. The world outside faded. Aduni's world shrank to the rise and fall of her mother's chest. Funke's breathing slowed, then stopped. Stillness filled the room. The scent of jasmine lingered, a ghostly promise. Aduni, now motherless, felt the coldness of loss seep into her bones, the scent of jasmine forever haunting her. The funeral was a blur, a swirling vortex of faces and hushed whispers. It was a disorienting experience of sorrow and empty condolences, words that offered no real comfort, just echoes in the vast emptiness. Aduni's father, once lively and full of laughter, a man who filled every room with his booming voice, became a silent ghost, his eyes vacant, his spirit broken, a mere shadow of his former self. He was unable to bridge the chasm left by his wife, the gaping hole in his heart that seemed to swallow him whole. The light had gone out of his eyes. Aduni's grief was quiet and lonely, a silent scream trapped within her chest, a burden too heavy for her young shoulders. She clung to her mother's things, inhaling the fading scent of jasmine and warmth, desperately trying to hold on to the memory of her love. The house, once filled with laughter and the aroma of her mother's cooking, became silent and heavy, each room echoing with the absence of her mother's presence. The joy had been sucked out of it. 6 months later, her father remarried, a decision that felt like a betrayal to Aduni's mother's memory. Kemi arrived all smiles and promises of a new beginning, a fresh start for their grieving family. When her father was home, Kemi played the caring stepmother, showering Aduni with false affection and empty gestures. But once he left, her kindness vanished like a mirage in the desert, replaced by scowls and sharp words that cut deeper than any knife, leaving Aduni feeling small and worthless. "Useless girl," Kemi would hiss, her voice dripping with venom. "You are just like your mother, always dreaming, never accomplishing anything." The house filled with Kemi's anger, a suffocating cloud that hung heavy in the air, poisoning every corner of their home. And Aduni's life became a cycle of endless chores and constant fear, each day a struggle for survival. The love she once knew was replaced by a new, darker shadow, a chilling presence that haunted her every waking moment. Kemi's presence turned the home into a place of dread, a prison where Aduni felt trapped and alone. Aduni learned to survive in silence, to become invisible, hoping to avoid Kemi's wrath. The jasmine was gone, replaced by the bitterness of loss and the sting of Kemi's cruelty, a constant reminder of everything she had lost. One Harmattan evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, a dry, dusty wind swept through the village. It was after another long day, marked by Kemi's cruelty, a day filled with harsh words and unfair tasks. Kemi's displeasure seemed to grow with each passing day. Aduni retreated to her small room, the only space where she could truly be herself. She wept silently, her stomach growling with hunger, feeling utterly alone in the world. The weight of her situation pressed down on her. She whispered her mother's name, a soft plea carried on the wind, desperate for a sign, for some comfort in the face of her despair. It was a name she hadn't spoken aloud in a long time. Suddenly, a delicate, sweet scent filled the air. The unmistakable fragrance of jasmine drifted through her window, an unexpected and welcome surprise. It seemed impossible, a cruel trick of the wind, since Kemi, in a fit of rage, had destroyed the jasmine vine that once climbed beside her window. Yet the fragrance persisted, growing stronger, wrapping around her like a gentle embrace, a comforting presence in her solitude. In that moment, Aduni knew, with a certainty that settled deep within her soul, that her mother was with her, a silent guardian watching over her, offering solace from beyond. That night, as she finally drifted into a restless sleep. Her mother appeared to her in a vivid dream, a vision of love and strength. She saw her mother vibrant and strong, her eyes filled with warmth, standing in a seemingly endless field of jasmine, the air thick with its intoxicating perfume. "My Aduni," she said, her voice soft yet resonant. "Tears, though born of sorrow, water the seeds of strength within you. Do not despair. You are a star, my child. Shine brightly, even in the darkest of nights. Never let your light be dimmed by the shadows around you. Your mind is your greatest treasure, Aduni. It is a gift that no one can take from you. Use it wisely and let it guide your path." Aduni woke with a newfound sense of hope, a lightness in her heart that had been absent for far too long. The scent of jasmine still lingered in the air, a tangible reminder of her mother's presence and her powerful words. Her mother's words, once whispered in the dark, now became her secret strength, a source of resilience that she could draw upon whenever she needed it. And so, whenever life with Kemi became unbearable, whenever the weight of her situation threatened to crush her spirit, the jasmine scent would return, a subtle yet powerful reminder of her mother's love and unwavering support. It was a reminder that she was not alone, and that she possessed the strength within herself to change her destiny, to forge a brighter future. The spirit of her mother, a beacon of hope and resilience, became her shield, protecting her from the darkness that threatened to consume her. And with each passing day, fueled by her mother's love and her own unwavering spirit, Aduni's hope was reborn, stronger and brighter than ever before. Aduni's days were filled with endless chores and harsh words from Kemi. She learned to move quietly, hiding her good grades and dreams. School became her sanctuary, a world away from home. In class, she was Aduni, the bright student, not the housemaid. Knowledge was her escape, a secret garden in her mind. Mrs. Adio, her teacher, noticed her spark and exhaustion. She gave Aduni extra books and encouragement, becoming a beacon of hope. Mrs. Adio's belief made Aduni feel seen and valued. In the classroom, Aduni's spirit flourished. The secret garden of knowledge became her refuge. One afternoon, Mrs. Adio announced the All Lagos State Scholarship Competition. For Aduni, it was more than a prize. It was freedom. She knew the odds were against her, but hope burned in her bones. Preparing for the competition became her secret mission. She finished chores quickly, then studied by the faint light of a kerosene lamp. Mrs. Adio supplied her with old textbooks, a silent co-conspirator. Every night was a battle against exhaustion, but the scent of jasmine or her mother's voice would renew her strength. She studied with fierce intensity, building her future one page at a time. Each fact learned was a brick in the wall of her escape. Aduni's determination grew stronger with every challenge. The scholarship was her only way out. She would not let her mother's dream die. Hope became her rebellion. The week of the competition arrived, tension thick in the air. Aduni felt terror and hope in equal measure. Kemi, sensing her energy, became even harsher, accusing her of theft the night before the exam. Locked in her room, Aduni finally broke down, despair threatening to overwhelm her. As she sobbed, the scent of jasmine filled the air, stronger than ever. She saw her mother's face in her mind, clear and radiant. "My Aduni," the voice whispered. "Tomorrow you write for me, for every girl told she cannot. Your hand will be my hand. Now rest." The jasmine calmed her, and she drifted into sleep. The night was dark, but hope glimmered. Aduni's resolve was reborn. She would shine, no matter the darkness. The dawn awaited. Before dawn, Aduni woke calm and determined. She slipped out in her best-mended uniform. Mrs. Adio met her at the bus stop with a smile and a small meal. The exam hall was vast, filled with confident students in crisp uniforms. Aduni felt out of place, but closed her eyes and prayed for strength. The first question brought panic, but a faint scent of jasmine unlocked her mind. Her mother's voice echoed, "Your mind is your greatest treasure." The panic faded. She began to write. Throughout the exam, the jasmine scent returned whenever doubt crept in. She wrote with confidence, as if guided by her mother's hand. When it ended, she was exhausted but at peace. She had done her best. Aduni had made her mother proud. The veil between worlds had been crossed by love. The days after the competition were filled with anxious waiting. Aduni replayed the exam in her mind, clinging to the memory of Jasmine and her mother's presence. The results were announced at a school assembly. The headmaster read the winner's name, Aduni Adebayo. For a moment she couldn't believe it. Then the school erupted in cheers. Mrs. Adio wept with joy, hugging her tightly. Aduni walked to the podium, no longer invisible. Her story spread, an orphan who beat the odds. At home, Kemi's anger faded to quiet resignation. "Your mother would have been proud," she said, her voice soft. Aduni's anger dissolved into forgiveness. She was leaving not with hatred, but with understanding. Her future was bright. She would not carry the darkness with her. The dream had unfurled. Aduni was free. At boarding school, Aduni thrived, finally finding a place where she could truly explore her potential. The structured environment and dedicated teachers provided the perfect setting for her to excel academically. Her mind, once clouded by hardship, was now blooming in freedom, nourished by knowledge and opportunity. She devoured books, eagerly absorbing new ideas and perspectives. She used her story, her journey from adversity to achievement, to inspire others, becoming a voice for those who felt voiceless. She shared her experiences with passion and conviction, encouraging girls, especially those from similar backgrounds, to believe in the transformative power of education. She showed them that their dreams were within reach. She emphasized that education was the key to unlocking their potential and shaping their own destinies. She became a symbol of hope, a beacon of light for countless young women who saw in her a reflection of their own aspirations. Her confidence and unwavering spirit inspired them to overcome obstacles and pursue their goals with determination. She was living proof that destiny can be rewritten, that circumstances do not define a person's potential, and that with perseverance and belief in oneself, anything is possible. Her achievements served as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The memory of her mother, her unwavering love and sacrifices, and the delicate scent of jasmine, a constant reminder of her mother's presence, remained her comfort, her source of strength and inspiration. It was a connection to her past and a symbol of hope for the future. When illness struck unexpectedly in her final year, threatening to derail her dreams, Aduni faced it with grace and resilience, never losing sight of her purpose and continuing to inspire those around her. She approached her challenges with unwavering optimism and a determination to make a difference. Even in the face of adversity, she founded Aduni Stars Foundation, a testament to her unwavering commitment to empowering others. The foundation focused on providing scholarships and educational opportunities for underprivileged girls, ensuring that they too could have the chance to pursue their dreams. She wanted to break the cycle of poverty and empower future generations. Though her life was tragically short, cut short by illness, her legacy grew exponentially, touching countless lives and helping thousands of girls escape the clutches of poverty through education and empowerment. Her impact extended far beyond her own lifetime. Her story became a modern folktale, a narrative passed down through generations, a girl who found strength by speaking to her mother's spirit and ultimately triumphed over adversity, leaving an indelible mark on the world. She taught, through her actions and her words, that life is measured not by its length, but by the depth of its purpose and the impact it has on others. Her name became synonymous with hope and courage, a symbol of resilience and the unwavering power of the human spirit to overcome any obstacle. The scent of jasmine, forever associated with her mother's love, became a legend, a fragrant reminder that even in the most barren of landscapes, hope can bloom, flourish, and inspire. Aduni, the little star who dared to dream big, shone brightly, her light continuing to guide and inspire others long after she was gone, illuminating the path for generations of young women to follow. Her legacy was a beacon, a shining example of what can be achieved with determination, compassion, and an unwavering belief in the power of education, a promise that even in the face of adversity, love and hope endure, and that the spirit of one person can truly change the world.